Back in Quartzsite, y'all. For the first time without Wynston. I'm not staying though. I'm only here for a night because it's too hot still. It won't cool down to my desired temperatures for like another week. So I'm just staying. Thankfully, it's only about 80 degrees here today, so it's very doable. And to be honest, it's the most wonderful time of year in Q because no one's here. Well, people are here, and actually I have a fair amount of friends here already, but it's so quiet, you know. Things are starting to open up. It's quiet. Main Street isn't insane. So I'm gonna go find a campsite for the night. Well, immediately I started crying. I'm at a campsite that I brought Wynston to a few times. I always tried to like switch it up a little bit, but we had our places that we were comfortable as well. And this is one of the spots. I chose this one because there's shade, and in the sun it is warm, but in the shade it's very pleasant. So I started crying, but I want to get this out, right? I want to face these emotions. This is my first season. It's my first season without Wynston. And it's going to have its challenges. Just like it was hard for me to be in Creed with Wynston first. I mean, this is my 5th season in Quartzsite. So I've been coming here for 5 years, and so now coming here without him is especially difficult, very difficult. Especially, you know, I made my best friends here, all these things, so it's very heavy. But I don't want to delay my grief. This is stuff that I'm just constantly working through. It is lovely in the shade. So I'm going to enjoy myself for this night. Time to get set up. I ran my Starlink a majority of the night, so I actually need to charge up my Blue Eddy. I figure I might as well get that out while I have good sun. Tell you what, Quartzsite is the best place for solar. Period. I'm going to run my air purifier because I noticed yesterday lots of little, you know, just particles and shit. And with the dust, well, it's not too bad because it's not very windy, but oh, whoops. I'm a mess. What is happening? There we go. Okay. I'm done crying. For now. What I like to do when I get to camp, and I know a lot of you really enjoy seeing me do my van thing, so I'm going to just take you through a little bit of my process. As you saw, I got up my solar and I plugged in my air purifier. So now I'm going to put on either like some music or some sports radio on my tablet, which I don't have my Starlink plugged in. I don't need it right now. I have a couple bars of 5G, and this has its own separate line through my Verizon account. So that's how I can listen to everything with my cell service on my tablet. I put away like my charging cords and some things that I had out. I will put this bag, it just has drinks in it. Sparkling water is my Snapple. I'll put that in the front seat. But I do need to put up my window shades, so that will be my next step. I keep all of my window shades, well, the 3 of them that I take up and put down because the rest just stay in the windows. But I keep them right here. And they, you know, literally take 5 seconds to put up. I'm doing some charging of devices, doing some cleaning, doing lots of van things. I just cleaned out my coffee bin because I get like coffee and coffee grounds and stuff in there, so I did that. And it's nice to have alone time. I get so much done when I'm alone. I don't like to be alone for too long anymore since Wynston died in March. But I've been spending a ton of time with my friends, which I'm so grateful for, but I absolutely need to recharge my social batteries, especially since I was just kind of traveling around SoCal the last few days and hanging out with Jessica. And Jessica and I did a lot of business brainstorming, lots of talking about, you know, our businesses and our goals and all of these very important things. She's so brilliant, and as I kind of talked about our past in a video the other day, but she and I worked in the pet industry for a long time, so we just have a kind of a different understanding about digital creation and freelance work and stuff like that. So anyways, I'm still doing some cleaning. Oh, gosh, I wish I want to stay in Q, like I want to spend some time here, but it's just going to be too warm. I mean, today was 79 in this breeze. I'm really digging it. It's extremely comfortable. But I think tomorrow and the coming days, like through Wednesday, it's supposed to be about 84, and that's just pushing it for me. But I have to pick up a prescription and go to Costco, so I need to make my way back to the Valley briefly. And yeah, so anyways, I wish I could spend a little more time in Quartzsite, but maybe next weekend, because it's supposed to cool down. I'm editing a video, and I have to say, I love sitting here and putting my feet up on my van, and the breeze feels so awesome right now. I'm just chilling, getting all my stuff charged. I'm vibing, y'all. Let's check my solar. I shifted it because the sun is going down, and I have this beautiful tree here. Oh, 82%, nice. I'm still getting 90 watts, so I mean, that's plenty to get me through the rest of the day. I certainly did my fair share of crying today, y'all. But crying's good for you. Crying isn't always necessarily tied to a very specific emotion, like, you know, we say we cry when we're sad, or we cry happy tears. And ultimately, crying, in my opinion, in my very unprofessional opinion, it's about release. It's about releasing those emotions to make space for others. Because if we don't cry and we just let that sit in us, it builds up and builds up and builds up. And eventually you'll release it, and it's not always in a good or a healthy way. Crying is about release, and I've released that, and I'm surrendering that to the universe, and it feels really good. This evening is gorgeous. Oh, so now that I've done that releasing of emotions and energy, I feel reinvigorated. I really do. Spending that time with Jessica and also being in Quartzsite is, I don't know, it's almost like I kind of feel like I'm in a transition all of a sudden. But I can tell you this much. It's positive. So I did take Winter out with Winston's remains, and I've kind of just been moving it around my campsite. I don't really know why, but it feels good to me, so I'm just gonna go with that. Y'all, I slept so well last night. There's something so comforting about being back in Quartzsite, I guess. But it was nice. I had my fan on all night. I think it got down to about 64 in the van. It was nice. but it'll be warmer today, so I'm heading on and moving north. There's actually some exciting things happening with my mom, and part of the reason I'm heading north is for that. So I'll have to fill you guys in. What am I seeing on my camera? What am I seeing? Oh, that's my glasses. Okay, y'all. Obviously, I can't see without my glasses on. Okay. Anyways, so I'm heading north. I don't have anything out. I put my chair away last night. I only have my Starlink and my little table out. So I'm going to make my bed and get everything tidied up. I will get fuel out here in Q because it's less than $3 a gallon. And I was going to stop yesterday at the Ehrenberg exit. They have gas for $2.82. I think it's like $2.89 here, but that gas station had lines, and I'm like, I'm not going to wait in line for 10 cents off per gallon. So I'll dump my trash in a public dumpster here this morning, get fuel, and then make my way east. Oh, a peaceful morning here in Quartzsite. I'm so happy I came back for a night. Lots more where this came from as soon as the weather cools down. I took a shower. I got my prescription. I went to Target. I still need to go to Costco. But I'm making progress on my day. So I'm starting to get a lot of questions about Quartzsite, like on my older content. And I highly encourage you, if you have any questions whatsoever, please check out my Quartzsite playlist. I will link it in the comment section. It has so many helpful videos, like a driving tour, how to get to the different BLM land, frequently asked questions, all sorts of stuff. Most of the content is fairly, some of it is a few years old, but it's still relevant. So check that out. Yeah, I need to put my stuff away, but I still need to go to Costco. I need to get a box of baby wipes. And I think that's it for now. Whew, a lot's going on, but it's good. It's positive. I'm moving in the right direction. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video because I have more content coming for you as soon as I get north. I'm going to be meeting my mom and doing some other things because, yeah, there's stuff going on. I'm not ready to share yet what's going on with my mom, but it's good. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.